Well, this is a doozy. Anyone with Wi-Fi knows of the civil trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard that's going on right now. I'm not going to make any judgments on the matter, that's not my job, but there were 3 particular statements about the film Aquaman in which Heard starred that I found interesting. Check this out. 1, they claimed that Aquaman is the most successful film of all time, which, it's not. 2, audiences went to see it because of Amber Heard, which puzzles me. You don't think scores of women went to watch this because of him? He's literally a pool boy. Saying a relatively unknown actress in a supporting role was the main draw for audiences, over the lead, over the spectacle, over the fact it's a comic book movie, is extremely wishful thinking. The 3rd claim is what I want to chat about. And that's the claim that Amber Heard's role was cut down in the sequel, not because of Johnny Depp or any shenanigans, but rather because she had no chemistry with Jason Momoa. What is good chemistry? Is it something that's even quantifiable? Was this pair particularly bad? And why? I want to get into it. So let's look at some clips. When it comes to identifying good chemistry, it's a pretty emotional response, and there's not really one specific thing to point to. It's a collection of little things. Some great examples: When Harry Met Sally, Shag, Brooklyn. Obviously, it helps when the film is a romance because it's the driving point of most of the scenes, but it's something you can feel even with limited screen time. Good writing and acting, which I'll get to in a moment, are so vital for this, but perhaps even more than that is the act of creating an environment for the characters, for the actors to have chemistry. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
We did it!
Oh. It's not bad for an imbecile, huh?
Not bad at all.
This is not too far away from porno acting. It's you can feel the direction she was given. Like, okay, you're attracted to him, go. And it's a little overdone. Part of the problem is the script. Having characters trip into each other is by far the laziest way to establish a romantic connection.
You defeated Steppenwolf and saved Atlantis.
That had nothing to do with Atlantis.
Your half-brother, King Orm, is about to declare war upon the surface world.
Wow, she is very bad in this movie. I don't know if it's lack of rehearsal or just lack of experience. Amber Heard is saying these lines, especially when it regards anything fictional, like it's a second language.
And that's why I'm here. Volko has learned of the location of the lost trident of Atlan.
Ooh, fairy tales. It's a myth.
It's not a myth. With the sacred trident, the people will listen to you. You can then...
You can almost see her struggling to get through the words.
It died with my mother. But I promise you this. If Orm attacks, I will treat him exactly the same way your people treated her. With no mercy.
The dialogue's not helping. A lot of this is exposition written in the most dry, efficient manner. This movie thinks that eating rose petals is adorable, and we should root for this couple. These ain't that cute. The montage in Aquaman is just baffling. There doesn't seem to be any reason, other than the fact that they just didn't feel like writing dialogue for the pair of them. It's just easier this way. Isn't it easier this way? Ugh, so much more simple just not to have to write anything. Dialogue is tough.
Club, I know you're new to how things work up here. Why don't you look around? We are lost. You see that over there? Hey, what is that? Nada. This place is a wasteland.
Momoa's trying. He's trying, but this is very bad dialogue.
Sometimes you have to do what's right, even if your heart aches against it.
Cringe. There's no other word for it. This makes me cringe. It's embarrassing.
Okay, Amber, I want you to look seasick and pouty and wistful at the same time. That's a wrap. You got it. You got it, Amber.
But at least you have a home.
Not anymore. I can never go back. I betrayed everything when I saved you from the Colosseum.
expecting good chemistry from the lead stars, where it's full of green screen and the writing is terrible. It's like asking these two actors to run a marathon for you, but you've tied their ankles together. Count the number of cuts and the kind of locations we're watching from.
This place is a wasteland.
You're the one who calls this wasteland a home.
This isn't my home.
Shooting them from the side like this, having both of them in the frame, works fine. It's not a particularly good shot, and the CGI is very obvious, but at least we see the two of them. The fact she's walking away from him is showing just how kind of huffy and puffy she is right now. It's giving us information about their situation.
Like the whole surface looks like this.
Oh no, of course.
But now it cuts to this huge wide shot for no reason. We don't even get to see her reaction, we only get to hear it. And we already know they're on top of a sand dune.
Sewers empty out into our ocean and whole mountains made out of...
Right at the end of her sentence, but not at the end, but kind of like 90% the way through the sentence, it cuts to this shot of them walking, but from a different angle.
It's made out of trash, and oh, you've got great factories that do nothing but belch out filth and melt ice.
Again, completely unmotivated. This is not giving us any new information.
Filth and melt ice.
Okay. Point taken. Listen, yeah, we got some...
This shot starts with him awkwardly being blocked by her. If you notice, watch, when it cuts to him, he's behind her, and he has to move into frame. He's completely blocked. Now he's in the frame, but he's already started talking. Why didn't they do a retake of that?
Are you trying to provoke me?
The editing is too manic, and her performance is either flat or completely over the top.
You've judged Atlantis on far less.
There's a lot wrong here. The dialogue is so forgettable, it goes in one ear and out the other like a high-speed train. It doesn't help that Amber Heard's not a very strong actress. Her line delivery and expressions, they're about as convincing as a Darman video, but the biggest issue is the editing. It hops around after almost every line. We can't catch our breath. It's such an artificial way to make their kiss seem more romantic by having fucking explosions going on behind them. There have been bad movies where the chemistry was so good, it stops you from just turning the movie off because you're invested at least in that. Dreamhouse is a bad horror movie, but the chemistry between Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz was so strong that they even got married after the movie came out. That movie didn't have particularly good shot composition or dialogue, but the acting was there, and the editing at least gave them a little bit of room to talk, to flirt, to disagree, without cutting it with an explosion or random wide shots.
Imbecile, huh?
Not bad at all.
Aquaman did everything to stifle the potential for chemistry. And the moment there was a flicker of a spark, Amber Heard's acting blew it out. So yeah, they had bad chemistry. Or better yet, they had no chemistry. But it wasn't just her.